Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of the Planter's Choice Bonsai Starter Kit. This has, in fairness, been quite a good kit. It has grown some seedlings. Unfortunately, as they've grown, they've died away, and I think that was more to do with me than it was to do with the kit itself. So the Pinus aristata has been and gone. The Picea abies has been and gone. And the Jacaranda mimosifolia has also been and gone. Now there are obviously still some seeds within these pots. So what I'm going to do is put these pots into the greenhouse so that over the spring and summer, if anything decides to pop up, then that'll be a pleasant surprise. We get the opportunity for them to do so, and then obviously if it doesn't happen, we will just be doing away with what we have. But all we can do is keep watering, keep the soil moist, damp, and see if we get anything. So I'll put them to one side. Now what we have had is the Delonix regia. It's really grown well. We've got some of the algae on the top layer of the soil again, so I think I've come up with a solution for that. And we'll just quickly do that first. I'm going to scrape away this top layer of soil. It's kind of thought that the lighter soil, the perlite, is creating and attracting the algae growth. So we'll just scrape away that's caused or has suffered from the algae. There's a little bit more to come away. And in place of that, I'm going to use my Royal Horticultural potting grit. It's from the RHS, the Royal Horticultural Society, and it's a potting grit that I got a long time ago, and I used to use it to top dress all of my little trees and things that I was doing. And looking at some of the trees that I've got, they don't suffer from any algae. So with that in mind, I am going to replace the top layer of the bonsai soil with the potting grit, which will work just as well as the bonsai soil. It's got the same sort of structure in the medium, and then hopefully we won't see any more of the algae build-up that we've been getting. It's nice and loose, so it allows the water to flow through. But yeah, it does. This has done really well. This last time we looked at it, it was at about this height. So in the last month or two, we've had this much growth with the branching coming off. I've had to move it from the grow tent, the taller grow tents with the shelves in. I've had to move it out of those because it was literally touching the lighting and things like that. So it was just too tall for that. So the wider tent, I created a little bit of space in there, and it went straight in there just to carry on growing. And it has done. It's done really well. We keep losing little leaves and things, but it's still growing out at the top, and it's still doing really well. On another note for the Jacaranda mimosifolia, I had previously had 2 Blue Jacarandas which were doing quite well, got to this sort of stage, and then if you can see there, they sort of got to that height and just died. I left them both in the grow tents in the hope that, you know, something might come out of the stem trunk, and we did get this new leader come out, and that's gone really well up the top, and we've got lots of other branching, including some nice little tiny branching off the side. So we're going to allow that to keep growing also. I will just give that, it doesn't really need it, but just to keep in line with what I've been doing, I'm just going to give that a little top dressing just to hide the dark soil that it's sat in. And I think that looks a little bit nicer. But it's in a nice little pot, it's doing really well, and it's come back from where it died off there and managed to stay alive at this level and come out. So that's done phenomenally well for me. I thought that was the end for that one. So this is the planter's choice. We did get the wooden stakes for the identity, which are really cool. We got the core pots, we got the discs, and we got a little bonsai leaf trimmer. We have a few of those, and that was about it. We got a few seeds in 4 separate vials, and we did get a good amount of growth out of all of the seeds that we were supplied with. So I would recommend this kit, definitely would. Just try and make sure that you're there for it and you can give it the love and attention that it needs. So we'll get these 2 back in the tent. We'll banish the 3 non-growing pots to the greenhouse, and we will move on with another one. So a nice quick episode 3 there for the planter's choice. I'm Scott Winard, this is Let's Do Bonsai, and I'll see you again on the next one.